In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to convert a raster image, so like a JPEG or PNG or any of those things that you would find on Google image search, convert it into a Illustrator vector image. Okay, so first of all, let's open, and I've got this big bunch of Halloween silhouettes. Okay. When you first open it up, you can see that this one has got a whole bunch of Halloween characters. And it's also got some watermark logo stuff. So this is pretty easy to get rid of. So I just select this, my selection tool, and I go up here to Image Trace. And if yours is a color picture, you can choose one of these things to keep all the layers, but in this one, since I just want it to be the black silhouettes, I just choose the default Image Trace. And so that turns it into completely black or white shade. So notice it just got rid of all those watermark stuff. It looks like because of that, like this eye on the ghost kind of gets messed up, and this one over here, but we can live with that. So image trace, and then once it's traced that, then you click here expand, and now it has separated each of these into its own shape. And we can see here in our layers on the side, it has made not a separate layer for each one, it's all inside layer one, but then there's a group, and then there's paths inside of the group. Okay, so now if I just select it with my regular selection tool, it selects the whole thing. But if I choose the white arrow, then I can click on individual shapes like this. First, I want to get rid of the white outline that used to be the white background. So I just select that, I hit delete. Now that one's gone. Now if we look over here, we will notice that there are, at the bottom of the list are all of the actual silhouettes. Up here at the top, there's a whole bunch of layers that just look empty. They aren't actually empty, but what it is like the white inside the eyes and the mouth and this. So like if I select this one, we can see that it's this part of the window. But just from looking at it, well, let's see what happens if okay, so I select that part of the window. Let's see what happens if I delete this layer. So it's still there because the black shape has it as well. So I think just to simplify things, I'm going to delete all of these white shapes. So I select the last one, I hold shift and select the top one, selects everything in between for me, and I'm just going to delete all of those. So nothing really changed. Now what I want to do, because I'm getting ready to bring these into Adobe Illustrator so that I can animate them moving around. So I want them each to be on their own layer. Otherwise, if I try and animate it, it's going to be this whole group moving around together. So I'm just going to make a ton of layers here, like that, and then I will select each one individually and then just drag it up to a new layer. So now that tombstone is its own layer. Move the bat up, move the other bat up. Okay, and then I'm not going to make you watch me do all this, but just keep doing that. And then it's a smart idea to label each layer just so you can distinguish it better, because once it's in After Effects, they'll all be named whatever the layer name is. So here I can, if I double click on the layer, then I just go to Grave 1, and this one is Bat 1, and this one is Bat 2. Okay, so I'll do that with each one of these after I've dragged them up to the layer. I would drag them all up at once and then just rename them all at once and add more layers as needed so that they each end up on their own layer. Okay, so then once you've got that, then just go File, Save As, and make sure it's saving as an Adobe Illustrator file. Okay, so here I am with all my finished layers. I've named them all, and now the last thing I want to do is shrink this white area around it so that it's just the size of my drawings in there. So I think I go to Object, Artboards, and Fit to Artwork Bounds. So this white thing here is called the artboard. So I click that, and now it shrinks the artboard to just where you have images on it. Okay, and then I save that, and then we're good to import it into After Effects or anything else we might use these pictures for. Okay, so we will see you in the next tutorial.